Ninavyokuangalia wapendeza, wafanya moyo wangu udunde. Sijawahi kuyahisi haya yote, umenipa mapenzi tele tele. Tumehusiana kwa muda mfupi, sikudhani nitakutana nawe. Kila siku pambazuko la mapenzi, wewe malkia mimi mfalme. Ni wewe kipenzi cha maisha, kilele cha raha sitafika. Sindele yale yaliyopita, nataka tuwe pamoja milele. Kwa loli mlungu wanirasimia, waninika mdu mcha unikunde. Ngelo inamfunyira chapcha, kwa gose aga wanibonyera. Ni wewe kipenzi cha maisha, kilele cha raha sitafika. Oh, sindwele yaliyopita, nataka tuwe pamoja milele. Nikaiye kwa lukundo kwa kala, matukugelo la gaida. Kipenzi cha maisha, kilele cha raha sitafika. Sindwele yaliyopita, nataka tuwe pamoja milele.
Benjamin Webi, he tells me he prefers to just be called Webi. Karibu sana, Citizen TV.
Asante.
So you come from the land of Wadavidae, Freshile, Mwamburi. You're Taita.
I am Taita, yes.
Wow, that is amazing. And indeed, let's begin with, of course, Benjamin Webi. Okay, like I said,
yeah.
Webi. Let's keep it at Webi.
It's easier.
Webi is a songwriter. And he's dished out, of course, one of the singles that is riding high on Kenyan airwaves currently. It's called Pamoja Milele. That's what he was just playing for you right now. And of course, you know, in the mood of Valentine, in celebration of Valentine, this song expressing the thoughts of a man who has found the love of his life. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. So, Webi, what inspired this song?
Truth. I wrote this one for my then girlfriend, now wife. I actually wrote it a long time ago, but this is about the time that I'm sharing it. So it was inspired by the person that I was in love with. Still I'm in love with.
Okay. And I want to begin, of course, with your entry into the music scene, Webi. Yeah. You just came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden everybody's singing Pamoja Milele. All of a sudden, everybody's requesting for your songs across radio stations. So tell us about your entry into the music scene.
Well, the truth is, well, I came out of nowhere for those people who'd never heard of me before, but this is actually my 12th year being an artist.
Really?
Interestingly, yeah.
Okay.
It's when this Pamoja Milele, I have a new single out called Nikuskize, and then previously the competition, the music competition that I was in, Airtel Trace Music Stars. This is pretty much the time when, you know, I came out. So the entry that I made into the music scene was somewhere 2003. When I ventured out, I decided to see where my music would take me, my gifts, what openings would be there for me.
Right.
I started to record my first album around that time, and which I released in 2005. It's called Outside My Window.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, you went into uncharted territory, Webi. We hadn't had a lot of neo soul before, or at least not a distinct neo soul sound. So, what was your reaction? What was the reaction of course, listening audiences to your genre?
Well, first of all, I was the only girl who was brave enough to do that at the time. So it sounded a little strange. that, you know, you're a gospel artist, you know, the reigning genres of music at that time were the opposite direction, you know, kapuka, genge, all that stuff. And then you have this one guy who likes to play his guitar and likes to sing. So it was a bit of a cold reception at first because, you know, people needed to warm up. But eventually it paid off. I mean, it worked. You know, they saw that I was willing to stick with this, and they accepted it. To put that simply, they accepted it.
Okay. And in terms of radio stations, of course, did you get good airplay? Like I said, seeing that guys, okay, a lot of guys, it's arguable, but we're hearing you for the very first time.
Yeah.
How were radio stations receiving your sound, your music?
Well, as expected, of course, it was a little lukewarm because, you know, they'd never heard of Webi before. They'd never had anybody do that kind of music and then stick to that. You know, it didn't sound too local to them.
Yeah.
So they weren't too sure that it would catch on. So, you know, they warmed up really, really slowly. It took a really long time before my music actually started to get any kind of airplay. At the time, the only station that would play me were Christian stations, you see. But a few years back, let's say about 4 or 5 years from now, backwards, is when it's probably been at the most, rather at the highest.
Okay, and your love for acoustic guitar, Webi, tell us about that. You know, it's not many artists that you find that are comfortable belting out those vocals and still playing an instrument and, you know, just doing both really well. So your love for acoustic guitar and infusing this, of course, into your style and into your sound. Let's talk about that.
First, where it all began, I was 10 years old when I first asked my mom, who was and still is a singer and guitarist at the time. I asked her to teach me how to play because every time she'd come home in the evening, we're kids, she would play, and that was pretty much the wind down session.
Right.
And my love for music started at that time, so I asked her to teach me the basics, which she did. And from the time I started to play, I knew this is what I was going to be doing with my life. I knew this is what I wanted to do with my life.
Right.
And I love the simplicity of sitting on a stool or something like that, you know, and playing and singing. The whole aspect of creating music. This is how I write, you know, I play around with different melodies. Then I come up with an idea of what it is that I want to say, and a song comes out of that. I love that complexity or simplicity, if you may.
Yeah.
And that kind of has been my signature throughout for the entire time that I've been an artist. The time when people haven't known me till now.
Yeah.
You know. The truth is, there are times when I've tried to run away from playing guitar because I kind of just want to sing, you know, without it. But it finds its way back.
Yeah.
So it has been a part of my musical act for pretty much a long time.
And I want to take you back to Pamoja Milele. Is that the video with the bride? And is that your wife? Is that a model?
Yeah, that was a model.
Okay.
You know, the video was shot by RK.
Okay.
So he got all these models to come together, and they all dressed in red, and then there was that one in white. The whole picture we meant to tell the story with the picture. You know, there's all these wonderful women everywhere, but you're choosing one person, and that's the whole story right there.
Yeah.
So they were all models. I had not met them before. In fact, when I came on the scene for the video, I was a little intimidated at first.
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So your infusion of Taita together with Swahili into your songs. I don't know if all of them have a little bit of Taita. Why Taita? Why put in your local dialect into that?
For the entirety of my career, leading up to last year, actually, I've done R&B music, and a lot of that has been in English. So there are very many people who don't believe, even up to now, that I'm Kenyan.
Yeah.
So I decided to try a new sound, you know, a more local, or can I say a more African sound? Let me call it that, an African sound.
Yeah.
And I thought, what better way to express an African sound than with, you know, the language that people understand, but even beyond that, the language that I speak as a Taita.
Okay.
There's not a lot of Taita music out there mainstream.
Yeah.
There's some probably in shags and, in the quiet area, so to speak. Again, we seem to be a quiet people. We're not very loud. So I thought, you know, this would be a really nice angle. There are very many people who've never heard anything like this before, so I thought I would put some Taita in that. And no, not all the songs have Taita. I mean, I have some in Swahili, I have some in English, I have some R&B music as well. This was just a nice direction to go. There's a little bit more of Taita in the music to come. Okay. Yeah.
So you're the modern Taita. So did you grow up listening to Freshly, Mamburi? Do you know any of his songs, perhaps?
I'm probably that much of a city boy. Not really, I don't go that far back.
Yeah.
But I think the whole inspiration behind putting Taita in music is just the fact that I love the language. I really love how it sounds. And
you are tighter.
Yes, I am tighter. And I thought that it would be really nice to even show where I come from through music.
Absolutely.
You know, so that was really it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Webi, so what are your plans for what are your thoughts on Valentine's? You know, just getting a bit off topic.
Yeah, sure.
Should I be expected to give my guy something tomorrow? Should my guy be the one that should just romance me and I don't know, deck my house this way, take me to dinner, whatnot? Who should do what? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, and I probably speak for a lot of dudes out there.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of pressure going on right now, you know, because there's a lot of expectation. You know, you should do this, I should do that, we should be here, I should take you there. And that's all great. But I think that we shouldn't have just one day in the year to do that. I think this would be a lot better if we could find a way to practice doing things like that every other day. Now, you probably wouldn't be able to go to a lodge somewhere every week.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't be able to afford some expensive gifts every week. But I think love is expressed even in the little things. We just kind of celebrated on Valentine's Day because you kind of want to go all out.
Yeah.
So, yes, you could expect, you know, that your guy or your lady could do things for you, but it shouldn't be that if they don't, at least not to your expectation or to your standard, that waka down, you know?
Yeah. I mean, no pressure. Fine. I mean, really, and I agree. It should be an everyday thing. So don't go sulking at the guy if he doesn't do anything. Maybe he doesn't have, you know, cash. I don't know. But anyway, seriously, I believe even a stem. I mean, just get the girl a rose.
I do agree. Do something.
Yeah,
you know.
do something. So, Webi, Airtel Star Search, you won that.
Airtel Trace Music Star,
and you're representing Kenya, I think, on a larger platform. Tell us
Yes.
about that and tell Kenyans what they need to do to help you carry the flag back home, carry the big prize back home.
Okay, cool. I entered Airtel Trace Music Stars, you know, of course, to win, and I did. Thank you. All the Kenyans out there that voted, I really appreciate. But then there's the next level, which is the Pan-African level. Now, this one involves, in total, 13 countries. Kenya was the first country to finish their part of the competition, and the others are still finishing. So when that's done, you know, there'll be voting information for everyone, of course. But because, you know, we're on the home ground, I would really love it when everybody votes for me. So when the information comes out, that would be really fantastic.
And your Twitter handle is at Webi_?
At Webi_, and that's WEBI_.
Okay, so Webi's Twitter handle is at Webi_. You can follow him for details.
Absolutely.
Support him accordingly, of course.
Yes.
So will you be playing your singles, or do you have to sing somebody else's song?
Well, it could fall either way. You know, at the end of the day, the point is to show your vocal ability, your performing ability, and that's the criteria the judges would use to decide who will win.
Okay.
But also, along with that, the votes from the people. But yes, it's likely that I will play my own song. Likely not. I'm waiting on some information here and there.
Okay.
But whatever it will be,
Yeah.
I promise that it will be good.
Well, and I noticed something very unique about you, Webi. You know, you don't. First of all, he's not lip syncing, by the way. This is live.
Live.
But you're not screaming into the mic. You know how some guys look like they literally want to eat the mic.
Yeah.
What is that style about? Because you still come across very powerfully, but I can tell you're not
Forcing it.
over projecting. You're not. Tell us about that balance and what that's about.
That's really just about vocal technique. The ability to use your voice in a way that you can communicate a message, you know, through the song in a way that's both entertaining, you know, captivating and informative, I think. I guess if I could put it simply, over the last couple of years, I've been learning, and I still am learning how to use my voice in that way. But then there's also, coupled with that, mic technique.
Yes.
You know, shouting into a mic is terrible to people's ears, so they're not going to listen to you. You have to learn how to use it in such a way that, you know, it's like as if we're talking right now.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
It's only supposed to help you so that you don't strain and you don't shout.
All right.
Absolutely.
And of course, Webi, as we wind up, you've got an album. Where can people find it? Where can people find your music? Where do you play, if at all?
All right. I have some music on mdundo.com. That's MDUNDO. What camera can I look at right now? Can I talk to the people?
Yes. The one right ahead of you.
All right.
Yeah.
My music is available on mdundo.com. Just go on there and search for Webi, W-E-B-I. I have 2 albums and a couple singles. You'll love them, I promise. And where can people find me? Playing. I'm actually playing a concert tomorrow with some very good friends of mine at Carnivore, 7 p.m. If you have no Valentine's plans, come for that one. I've just helped you by the way. Please come. Please come. It'll be fun. You're going to love it, and we're going to love having you.
Yeah, so Webi has given you a plan, guys, for those of you who are like, man, this pressure is just too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 albums to his name. And
Yes.
So is this music, all that you do? Do you have a side hustle? Is music your side hustle?
Music is the main hustle, and it's the only hustle. I do a few different things here and there, but a lot of them are musically related, you know, ads here and there, you know, a couple of this and that is very musical, music directing when I get the chance. But music is my main job. It is my day job. It's my 9 to 5, although it's really not 9 to 5.
Yeah, it's more like 24 hours.
Pretty
You
much.
have to keep
Pretty much.
writing and creating.
Absolutely.
So, Webi, you're married. I'm giving you this opportunity to talk to Mama at home. Say something nice to her. That is your camera right there.
Can I sing it instead?
You can. Oh my goodness.
You know? I mean,
yes.
I might as well,
go
right?
ahead.
Oh, that's my camera. If I told you I could be without you, lady. If I said I'm sure that I would be alright. If I told you that I made it here without you, that would be a lie. Oh, it would be a lie. Oh, baby. And if I told you I'm complete without you, lady, that alone I stand the chance of staying alive. What about if I used all the words I know? You'd know they're all lies. And oh, it would be confusion. Just another story, a hopeless illusion. I would rather not keep lying to myself at all.
Oh, I'm sure she's so happy. I am sure you've done it.
She means a lot to me, and she needs to know, so there we are.
That is beautiful, Webi. A lot of people are saying, please sing us one Pure Taita song, even if it's one line.
Pure Taita, okay.
And
okay,
Webi here is claiming that he's a modern Taita, if there's anything like that at all. But the Taitas are causing, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Seriously, yeah.
They like, shouldn't be causing, really, I'm representing. Come on, guys, show some love. I mean, what?
They're like, drop us a line.
Let's see. Okay. Navone mwai uhokie sana igu. Ode kana bagenyi bake ini chiarapo. Oh, jingisi bondie mwai uhokie hubo. Nasindani kimlola lakini ndeukoa. Waendie hao mzaboni hao nabemlola nabemlola nadimi nabemlola
I don't even understand a word, but it's beautiful.
It's just the story of a guy looking for this beautiful girl he saw on the road, and he just wants to hook up with her, but he can't find her, so he's looking for her.
It's beautiful. So, Wadavida, Wataita, he has represented for you. Thank you so much for that. So, Webi,
thank you.
As we close, of course, just a message to acoustic, you know, people that want to venture the acoustic way, people that have the skill of the instrument, whatever it is, and not necessarily the guitar, but people who want to do their thing like you're doing it. Just a word of encouragement to them, of course. And of course, talk to your fans as we close with a performance. Of course, the hashtag is #1on1. We've been with a Webi in a studio. Remember, you can follow him on Twitter at Webi_, and look out for the latest details on him and what he's up to in coming months, coming weeks. Of course, he is a brilliant artist, very talented. 2 albums to his name. You don't hear that a lot. And of course, we are celebrating him tonight on #1on1. Webi, talk to your fans and then close the show for us.
Well, I believe that, where am I looking? Am I this way? Okay, cool. I believe that if you want to play music, if you want to be a singer, if you want to, make this maybe a professional career or something that you want to do more often than not, you first have to love it. And then, of course, you have to spend time with it. You have to practice, because I guess that's the only way. No, that is the only way you're going to get better, and allow yourself to get better. I've appreciated all the support I've gotten this far. I really appreciate you. Remember to go to my Mdundo page, mdundo.com, and check out my music. This is actually my newest single. It's available there for free for you guys. This one is called Nikusikize. This one is about what happens, how you fix it when things go wrong between lovers. This is also a reality of love, you see. All right, here we go. Kila siku lazima kuwe sababu, lakini ninaona njia ya kuelewana, yeye nikusikize, unisikize, nikupende, unipende, nisamehe na nikusamehe, ana kwa ana, wapenda nao waongee, mambo yawe sawa, wakubaliane. Kumbukeni kilichowafanya mpendane. Mshikane mikono, muinuane, nikusikize, unisikize, nikupende, unipende, nisamehe na nikusamehe, tutatofautiana, tena tutarudiana, turudiane, tupendane, mpenzi, unisikize, nikupende.